Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.
I look
Nothing out of the ordinary with our appearance today.
nothing
At all.
unusual. Nothing. Have you noticed if you look closely into the camera? Have you noticed that they have a burn pattern from yesterday?
I do too.
Because for the hat, where I was wearing a hat backwards because we were in a convertible
In the sun.
car in the sun.
Yeah.
Driving to look at fancy recyclable bottles
Types. Yep.
so that we could make a we could present an emissions reducing option for the people of Earth.
Right.
And
in the right bottle.
In the right bottle. And we want to make sure the bottle is good
It was
for the
great.
good for the environment.
So we took a convertible and we were on the freeway in the sun
In the sun.
and didn't think about
The fact that there's traffic everywhere in Los Angeles at all times, always.
And so we were sitting in the sun for quite some time, and now we both have sunburns.
a hat wasn't enough.
No, definitely not.
All it did was create places
Yeah.
that could make a funny burn pattern.
I have the same. I have a sunglasses bar, like across where my eyes and my nose are. But
So handsome.
I think it's fitting that we have these sunburns because today is the 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July.
I've made my arm red for the 4th of July.
Yeah, we made...
Just little pockets of redness.
Hey, if I punch you, you'll be red, white, and blue. So it's very... Hey!
Violence.
Violence always gets them. Always gets them.
Always a great joke.
It's a friendly strike.
Of course it is.
It's a loving hit.
It's a lovely gift.
But it's the 4th of July, and if you're watching, hopefully you can see that we've brought some patriotic gear with us. I have a hat that says America, and I have these shades.
I have a shirt that says America, but you can't see it because of the. Hold on.
Well,
wait.
Give them a preview. Give them a sneak peek. Oh, there we go. That looks great. America.
With some glasses.
And then
on my shirt.
And then Noel brought the class because he's got the American bow tie. So he brought some sophistication because on the Biofriendly Podcast we are sophisticated.
We are
if nothing
sophisticated
else.
gentlemen.
We are. We are. And he's got an awesome American flag bandana.
I do.
So we are celebrating the 4th of July.
Do you know that
for the
in
first
other
time.
countries, it is disrespectful to wear a flag, to have a flag? Like the flags are meant to be displayed as a flag,
Yeah.
like on its own.
Yeah.
Most places actually that's how it is, and yet
Yeah.
here in America,
I know.
we have it on underpants.
I know. And I think
We have it on toilet paper.
At some point in time in our nation's history, I'm guessing that it was frowned upon to wear it, but somewhere along the way, I feel like somewhere in our history it was frowned upon, but somewhere along the way everybody was like, "Look, I want to wear the stars and the stripes. I got to be able to wear the stars and stripes."
If I can't have this close to my grundle,
Yes, I am.
Then how is it supposed to know that I love it?
Absolutely. You need to let the world know and your body know.
Yes.
How much you love your country. Right.
So we wear it. We wear our flags.
We do.
Everywhere.
Yes, exactly. So we're excited. I love the 4th of July.
Yeah, me too.
I love this holiday. I think it's a great holiday.
It's a great time of. Here's the thing that's so wonderful about 4th of July is you have kind of you finally get a break from holidays, right? Because you get your Christmas. Well, no, before that, you get Halloween. That goes right into Thanksgiving. That goes right into Christmas.
Goes right into New Year's.
And during Christmas, you also have Kwanzaa and you have Hanukkah and you've got there's a lot going on.
Right.
Then you got New Year's. Then you got Valentine's. And a lot of these are candy holidays.
Right.
Right. And then you're going into Easter, which is pretty soon after that.
Another candy
and
one.
It's
Candy all day.
It's a party, but it goes for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you get fed up with and then May comes. You're like, good. I finally get a break from all of this fun.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I need to slow down.
Slow down to the fun. This is killing me. And then June, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's getting ready. Getting a little hotter. And
You're ready.
There's not, school's over and now we're relaxed, but there's nothing to do.
I need to do something.
You start to panic.
And you want.
And then
4th of July
saves the day. It comes right there at that moment to be like it's a party when you need a party, and there are no other great parties.
Exactly. And there's explosions in the sky, and there's grills, and there's drinks, and there's friends, and there's pools. And it's so great.
And if there's not a pool, you make a pool.
You make a pool.
You get the
kiddie
hose
pool
out, and you just spray people. Yeah.
I remember that as a kid, that was slip and slides, and you'd always we didn't have a pool in my house. growing up in Oklahoma.
Right.
But you definitely got the hose out and as much water activity in the backyard as possible. Water balloons, water gun fights.
I remember my dad turning the sprinklers on in the lawn, and so we could just like run through as the sprinklers were just tagging us on the front lawn. It was just the most incredible thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But now, now I guess we can say that's still okay as long as there's water conservation efforts in play. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. Is we're talking about many generations ago where we didn't have a care in the world.
This is before there was a problem in the environment.
I guess in a lot of ways it's our fault. That slip and slide has contributed to the water crisis.
All of the millennials and the Zs and
Generation Zs,
all these guys. That's what that's what they keep screaming. They're like,
I know,
it's your fault.
It's your fault, guys.
You guys didn't care. You were told you just did what you wanted to do.
I know. It's crazy because we just, as you get older and the world begins to change and shift, we're learning about all these side effects of behavior
of the party,
and we're like, oh, right. But it's true. We shouldn't be like, you kids are, it's definitely on our shoulders.
Yeah. No, we did that.
That's why we're on this podcast.
I like to think that we and the people before us really made a difference to this planet.
Yeah. In the worst kind of way.
A positive difference.
Well, welcome to the Biofriendly podcast. I'm your co-host, Jacob.
And I'm Noel.
And happy 4th of July. We hope no matter what you guys do out there, you're going to be safe and have a good time with your friends and family.
Safety second. We cannot.
That is our number one rule.
Cannot. We just can't say it loud enough. Our number one rule is safety second.
Everybody should know. Safety second.
Safety second. Nothing comes before it.
Yeah. Number one rule.
Number one rule is safety is second.
Safety is second.
So do it.
That's great. That needs to be on a sticker.
Yeah. Rule number one
is safety second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so safety is second. First is have fun. But yeah, it's I'm excited for 4th of July. We usually hang out every 4th of July. We've been doing that for years.
I mean, I can't remember 4th of July we weren't hanging out.
I know. Same.
But that's mostly because I've destroyed my short-term memory with Google.
Yes, that's true. Oh, we talked about that this week. By the way, Noel and I were talking about that when we're older, the elderly of our generation will have a case of the Googles, which means you can't remember common items without having to search for them.
Can you please hand me the pasta? Hold on a second.
Oh, and like no
napkin.
Napkin. Like, I'm like you can't, Grandpa. You got to put down the phone. You got to just remember what the item is.
Just take a moment and remember what you've got to train that part of your brain, Grandpa.
A whole generation of Googles. Because it's true. Whenever you come up with something, you're driving in the car, you're talking with a friend, and you remember a movie or you remember something, and you immediately go like, "What was that?" And you're instantly reaching to look it up. And it's like, really, I think, give yourself 5 minutes, and I swear it'll come back to you. And it's important that you use that part of your brain.
Yes, otherwise it'll atrophy.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a thing in the future where in school they'll just have they'll have classes where they'll be like, okay, so we're gonna just free associate with a bunch of things that you should be able to access. Just to keep the kids.
I hope so.
Bouncing.
That'd be a good activity just to do with your family. Just as a game, just to like make sure everybody's keeping sharp. I'm about to say this Halloween. This 4th of July.
Halloween. Let's celebrate 4th of July.
Yes. We were talking the other day about dressing up as Santa for Halloween.
Yes.
Really throw people.
I mean, what is Santa?
I'm Santa for Halloween, okay?
What's wrong with why Santa can't come out and trick or treat?
I can't.
Jerk.
Well, we're here to talk about, we're talking about eco ways that you can celebrate 4th of July. It's not an easy one to do. No. It's not, because so much of the holidays
is explosions and fire.
Explosions in the sky. Great band. It's explosions in the sky, and it's very meat centric and grilling centric, and it's that classic American indulgence.
It's like be as American as possible.
Yeah, which means hurt the environment as much as possible.
It's the track.
That's the track record we've had up until this point. So I'm not here to rain on people's parades. Right. I think I'm just here to give some things, just food for thought.
Yeah.
Just that's the key. It's like make some adjustments, and maybe we can make this a better environmentally conscious holiday.
As we always say, and we'll reiterate the Smithsonian,
as we
reiterate every single time. we're not here to make being an environmentalist a problem for you. We're just trying to give some little steps, some little changes that you can do to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
The idea is to make everybody a little bit better and to get us all thinking about it.
Yeah.
And so if we do that, we'll be okay. And then if we're generally really good, you don't have to feel so bad about grilling on 4th of July.
Exactly.
Right.
And so I'm glad you brought up that, because the first thing on this list, and there's so many things, like if you go, well, maybe you shouldn't Google. We're here to make you not Google.
Don't Google.
Don't Google.
Am I loud enough? Did I get quieter? I just want to make sure, because we've had a microphone adjustment situation.
Did it fall?
I think it might have fallen.
Okay. Well, while I read this, you can pick up your microphone. Well, you can if you want it. I can still hear you okay, and it looks like it's still getting you. But go ahead and make that little adjustment, buddy.
Let's see how this goes. Jacob's going to tell you a couple important facts.
Well, the first thing...
I pick up my microphone.
The first thing that we're going to talk about, which is this is a hot button topic that's a little too high, Noel.
Right. Right.
We're getting great audio of the ceiling. So it's just fluorescent lights, just. This is a hot button topic, and we're going to be doing an episode soon. I just wanted to make sure I covered my bases before I did this topic. But veganism, vegan diets, because it's, we've mentioned before, obviously, a very, very harmful impact on the environment is the meat and dairy industry. 100%. That looks good. That microphone looks good. Yeah. Nice. The meat and dairy industry. They are a huge burden on our environment because it requires so much to process, meat farms and dairy farms and whatnot. It's really hard. And on holidays like the 4th of July, of course, the meat production and sales are just through the roof. Yeah. Absolutely. So one of the things it talks about is like you could have, introduce more vegetable items and vegan items to your barbecue. So don't make it so meat-centric.
We're going to give you a recipe right now on the Biofriendly podcast.
Yes.
That's going to make your barbecue zing.
Yes. Absolutely.
While still barbecuing and having a little bit more green in your barbecue. Are you ready for the recipe? Here we go. The recipe? Okay. All you're going to do is you're going to get a batch of green onions. You're going to get a batch of asparagus. You're going to put them in either... I would you could use a cookie sheet is one you could use, right? Yeah. Or if not, you can get some aluminum foil, something that
can hold
sort of all the stuff. And just better use a cookie sheet if you can. It'll mess up a little bit, but you can clean it. Yeah. It'll be back. And then you basically you just coat that with some olive oil.
Yes.
Right? And
My mouth is already watering because I've had this before.
Yeah, it's really good. Also, you know what else also works is that like those brownie or pie. I see if I have the Googles.
See, you have the Googles.
It's
our audience has the Googles too. That's why they're listening to the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the little pans that you cook brownies in. That's also even better because you can get a little more oil in there, so it gets a little crispier.
You gotta soak it with that oil
a little bit and get it nice and hot. Pop it on the barbecue.
Yeah.
Get it really hot, and then get get your asparagus and your green onions in there.
Yeah.
Add some garlic salt on top of that, and then just let her deep fry there on the barbecue for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what you're gonna have are some of the tastiest when you're done. Just give it like 10 minutes at the most, 5 to 10. Depends on how hot you like to grill.
Yeah.
But just fry up those asparagus and those green onions with the garlic and the olive oil, and you will eat them, and you'll be like, what just happened to my mouth?
Right.
This is incredible. It's tasty. It's easy.
It's absolutely incredible. We have it almost every barbecue we ever have, and every 4th of July that we have together. It is incredible. Yeah. So I highly recommend that. It's funny because right when you said we're going to give you a vegan dish right now, I literally thought you were like, because Jacob has one, and I was like, uh-oh.
I don't have one.
I do not have one.
This is not vegan.
So I was like, I had such a micro panic. I was like, I've got to find a vegan recipe to give, but actually there are some linked in this article. But there was one.
I'll try never to throw you under the bus.
No, it's okay.
Like usually if I say that, I'm pretending like we've planned, but actually it's just something came to my head and I'm saying, this is something we thought of. And then I'll do it.
I have to take my glasses off just for a minute because these are really hard to see. I
cannot see through America.
And I can't see through America. If you're watching, I have these awesome sunglasses with the American flag and stars and stripes on it, but like it's really hard to read the screen. Yeah. So like I'm kind of starting to go like, I don't know what I'm saying.
We'll put it back on.
I'll put them back on. I'll just
riffing.
They'll come back, they'll go away, they'll come back, they'll go away, much like Americans do. So Anyway, so this 4th of July.
I was about to make a cyclical environment joke, just like our cyclical environment.
Cyclical environment, right?
It's here one day, it's gone the next.
It's gone the next, and then it'll come back after the species dies out. But we there's so many things: cauliflower steaks to portobello mushrooms. There's a lot of great things out there and creative things that you could try. And hot dogs, hamburgers for sure. Those are things that I love to have. But I think that always introducing new ways to grill and cook your food is not a bad thing. If you loosen the hold that we have in the meat industry as being like, we have to have so much of it. You know what I mean? Like if we lessen the demand, then we could probably fix some of the problems that we have with the meat and dairy business. Because we have the tendency to kind of like make our plates 95% meat and dairy, and then like 5% greens, and I feel like we could all balance that.
You could beef up the greens a little bit, and have tasty, fun greens.
Yes, you really can. Yeah, spices and stuff that's out there right now, you can get really, really creative with food.
The thing about a barbecue, right, is that you've got a hot spot to cook things up. So get creative with it. Get
creative, and I'm glad you just said the next point is it's people often ask between. Well, if you're grilling, obviously there's some elements to grilling which might not be good for the environment. But if you're going to do between coal or a propane tank, you got to do gas or electric. You got to do that way more than coal. Right. So if you have access to a grill that's got a propane tank or electric grill,
which
electric
are more and more common.
Yeah, way more common. Way better for the environment than a good old coal. Which I know it's easy to get that bucket of steel and dump some coal in it, but honestly, if you can grill on gas, that's way better. So if you're already doing that, well done you. Right? Yeah, well done. Yeah.
And again, if you love your Weber and it's 4th of July and you're going to use it, then that's
use
fine.
It. Right.
Use it. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit of coal. It's just like the idea is if more people
did
trying to do that. Like if you happen to have a gas grill, that's good. And if you're thinking about buying one, go get one.
Go get one. Yeah. If you're in the market and you want to get that grill, if you're this Father's Day, you thought about getting out and going and getting grills, go get them. Get a gas power or electric.
Get a propane power, man.
That's how you do it.
Pretty easy to work. Really, I mean, you can control the temperature really easily. Yeah. They're pretty convenient. They're pretty great, and they're a little. They create a little less emissions.
I love grilling. Yeah. I do. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. And where I live, in the building I live, there's our common area one is a gas grill.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And don't forget about the power of mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Oh, on the grill? Oh yeah. Portobello mushrooms and regular mushrooms grilled. Fantastic. Kebabs, veggie kebabs.
Yes.
Right?
Here's the thing that I think that people can't forget. Don't forget, people, is that something like a mushroom, it does a really good job of absorbing flavor.
Yes, it does.
So you can put all sorts of cool spices, cool flavors, marinades onto a mushroom.
I love it.
And it's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. As a child, I wasn't as into the mushrooms. I was too busy I was slipping and sliding in the backyard to eat mushrooms. But now all I want to do.
And it's not as good as a burger. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Yeah. Look, we all saw Ron Swanson when he did his comparison between a hamburger and a turkey.
I had a portobello mushroom burger once at a restaurant, and it was, I'm not going to lie, great. If it's done by somebody who knows what they're doing, it was pretty outstanding. Yeah. So if you got it, look, just befriend a gourmet chef.
That's all
you got to do.
So easy.
Befriend somebody who knows how to cook.
Or
learn.
Said in a last podcast, follow the recipe.
Yeah, follow the recipe, right? Follow the recipe.
Follow the recipe.
Right.
And you'll be able to make yourself, just go look up great portobello mushroom burger recipes.
It's right there. It's perfect. It's perfect. And this next one, obviously, we talk about this often, and we will until the end of time, but plastic free. And if you're going to have plastic, make it reusable. Yeah. Make it stuff that you're not throwing away. I know the temptation. I don't know how many times I've had friends coming over, and we're going to have a cookout. We're going to have a party. Mm-hmm. So you go to the grocery store and you're like, I don't want to make food on plates that I have to wash and clean.
The cups and plates are already red, white, and blue.
Yeah, they're already red, white, and blue.
They're designed for this.
They're perfect. And so you go, I don't want to have to deal with regular plates. No. I want something that I can throw in the trash and then party's done. Because I don't want to leave a mess. I don't want to have to clean on a holiday.
Yes.
But the issue is if you're going out there and you're buying disposable plastic plates and you only use them one time, that's that's an issue, you know, and cups.
Right.
So if you're going to invest in some party plates, then do that. Invest in some, and I mean, you can get them for next to nothing, stacks of 20 reusable plastic plates for almost nothing.
And this time of year at a place such as Party City, as an example, you can get that stack and it'll be red, white, and blue.
Absolutely.
It'll be America colors.
Yeah.
And you can get the America color, plastic reusable knives and forks if you want. And here's what we do. We've got a little one of those little buckets.
Yeah.
You know those buckets you put in your garage where you can keep stuff. So we have our America bucket.
America bucket.
And in that,
America bucket.
we have our America bucket.
America bucket.
And
every American needs to have an America bucket.
That's right. And in the America bucket's where you put your bandanas and you put your cool, sweet America shirts and you put your bow ties and you put all the things that you're going to use for them and all the little flags and all the things you decorate the kids with when they do the parade because there's always a parade.
Yeah.
Right? And that goes in the America bucket. And then in the America bucket can also go
your reusable
plates
and dishware.
Cups and dishware. And it can all be totally themed and totally red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
And people won't know the difference. And here's the thing that's so important. It's not that you can't use plastic ever.
No, you can use plastic. Plastic is a great thing and a material that we can take advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, there's an interesting thing that our chief scientist mentioned about plastic, like a phone, right?
Right.
Is if you have a lot of plastic that's put into a phone or recycled plastic that's turned into a phone, that phone will last several years and will have a lot of usage and won't be burned.
Yeah.
It won't be lit because plastic comes from oil.
Yeah.
See how that works?
Yeah.
So if you turn the oil into plastic, now you've got something that's not going to be lit up and shot into the atmosphere.
Right.
So it's actually okay to have plastic.
Yeah. It's just about the use of it.
Don't overuse it. Don't single use it.
Exactly. We've gotten into the habit and why we're in most of this issue that we have. It's not that plastic cup that you got in college that is still in your cabinet 25 years later.
Right.
That is not the problem.
That cup is a hero.
That cup is a unsung hero.
That cup fought in the war.
That
cup deserves a parade.
That cup has been around since the 90s and it's doing great.
Yes.
You've got your Independence Day themed cup that you got at the movie theater that you still use.
Yes.
That's a great plastic. Yeah. So the problem is our country in particular and still around the world, this single use thing is the point that the Biofriendly podcast is going to drive home is that don't be fooled. Don't be conned in the I need it just for this one time.
Right.
Think long term. Think, when you're out there shopping and you look at a bag and it's like, it's $2.99 for a thing of disposable plates. Well, yeah, of course, that seems like the easiest option.
Right.
But that's the trickery. It's just excess stuff that you're going to throw in the trash.
What's crazy is you could spend $10 and get all of the disposable stuff that you have and use it that year.
Yeah.
Or you could spend $30.
Yeah.
And then get stuff
that you will use for every single year.
At least 5.
You'll bring it out and you'll be like, well, we got the Stars and Stripes plates and cups that we got that set,
So not only are you saving the environment, you're making it so now every year you don't have to go back to the store and buy more crap.
Mm-hmm. I put my sunglasses on as you were talking because I was like, we're making a strong point and I feel cool about it.
You were right. And America needs to see what you see.
You look at me
which is
right
America.
now. Yeah, you guys need to look at me right now because I'm looking through the Stars and Stripes and I know what's up.
He does.
America bucket.
America bucket. Everybody get an America bucket.
Yeah, everybody get an
No,
America
but you're saving money. And you're saving the environment at the same time.
100%.
And yeah, it's a little bit more cost this time. And yeah, you have to wash. Okay, so you got to wash up some stuff. I know
time.
that's annoying, whatever. But
we all got to slow down anyway.
Here's the thing. Yeah. You're all drunk.
Right?
You're all drunk.
We've already encouraged plugging while drunk. Dishwashing while drunk.
If you're drunk anyway, and this best podcast doesn't encourage being drunk, we just know that you are.
It's the 4th of July.
It's the 4th of July, you're hammered. You can take the Uber home, by the way. Don't show up to the 4th of July party where you're drinking 7 glasses of wine and 80 beers. And expect that you're driving your kids home, okay?
Yeah, keep it to 70 beers, guys.
God, keep it to 70. But while, so you're drunk anyway, so while you're drunk, have a party about it. Laugh, get together and then crack jokes while you're washing up some dishes.
Clean up. Yep.
It's not.
Put on a Spotify cleanup playlist. Oh wait, no. Put on the Biofriendly podcast.
And listen to us.
Sing for you.
You're cleaning the dishes.
You clean them so nice.
And you're making the world a better place.
Suds everywhere.
So you always get the people singing that you're the best. 'Cause America screams, you love the environment.
See, right there, they should be listening to that while they're washing their dishes and plates in the sink. Right. And we're saving the world.
We're saving the world.
Eventually.
One podcast at a time.
One podcast at a time. Yeah. Next one is, of course, we talked about this for the oceans episode. If you're gonna be protecting yourself from the sun and you're gonna be getting sunscreen, even if you're not going in the ocean or in the water, get the ones that the sunscreens containing oxybenzone and OCTIN. I can't say this word. OCTINOXATE.
Wow.
Yeah. It's lost on me.
Wow.
It's like
that's join the Biofriendly
Ostinazate. I don't know.
Just stop it. Just stop it.
Ostinazate?
You're saying something that nobody knows.
No, I don't know.
What we're going to do is all of you who are listening right now are going to join the Biofriendly podcast group.
Yes, you should have already joined.
If just look it up, go to Facebook and then look at the Biofriendly podcast group.
Join.
And then say, I want to join. It's a private group because we don't really want to have everybody in our business.
Look,
so you got to be part of the thing if you're going to be in our business.
If you're going to be exclusive,
you
got to join the club.
Yeah. But ask to join the club. Just ask for an invite, and then we'll let you in. That's really all it takes. If you ask, then that's enough to show that you're interested, and we'll let you. But if the people who are jerks, we do kick out.
Right.
We do remove jerks because it's a no jerk.
Yeah,
policy.
and if your Facebook profile page is called "I Destroy the Environment," I don't know if I'm going to approve that one. Right. As a moderator, I'm going to say I feel like our interests are not aligned.
We're not on the same page,
and this isn't going to work.
We're not on the same page. We maybe make a second group for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Called what are our Bizarro S's?
Our meanies are. We were called the Biohazards.
Biohazard.
The Biohazards.
So we'll make the Biohazard podcast.
And then all those people who want to end the planet, and hopefully that's a very small group. I really hope. I hope.
Wouldn't it be sad if that group was equal in size or larger?
Yeah, like in a year from now, we've got like 500,000 biohazards, and then we've got like 2,000. Yeah. So,
but join the group, and then when you get on the group, we're going to put on there what this is called, including we're going to look up what the pronunciation is.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know. But needless to say, like those. Invest in those sunblocks. Don't give your money to the ones that have the harmful chemicals to the coral bleaching problem.
I am pleading.
Because even if you're not going to the ocean, if you're in your head you're thinking, well, I'm not going to the ocean, it's not going to affect the coral reefs. You don't need to be giving and contributing to that sunscreen. Yeah,
right.
They need to have a loud and clear message that you will not buy it because it has that in it.
Right.
And so that's that. A lot of times people say, when I've talked about environmental issues, they'll say, well, it doesn't affect me in this way. And I'm like, you're being a consumer. When your purchase goes down and their purchase goes down and their purchase goes down, the business goes, wait a second, why are we selling less and less?
The reason there are so many cows, and there's too many cows. It's not that cows are bad. Cows are great.
Love cows.
Cows are fantastic.
We learned last week that New Belgium, they're farting in tubes and providing power.
They're providing power, right?
Yeah.
So cows are it, right? Like they're great and they have a place on the earth and they're wonderful. But we have too many now.
Yeah.
Because the demand is so high because people really want the meat.
Oh yeah.
Right? So that's all. So and that's just simply buying burgers.
Buying burgers.
Because in America, the sandwich is not a sandwich, it's a burger.
Yeah.
That is our sandwich.
Exactly. So a good friend of ours, Sean Cohn from
Sean, he's great. He's a great follow on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, he is a great. Yeah. He makes hilarious videos. We've known him for years. Very funny guy. He was best known on the internet for doing the Adam Sandler verse video. If you haven't seen that video, it's hilarious. Sean does this awesome YouTube video where he goes down the rabbit hole of how all of Adam Sandler's movies interconnect. Yeah. And I mean, it's got millions of views. It's a very, very, very popular video. He does all these super cuts, Burt Reynolds, Jim Carrey falling down. I love his stuff.
And but he and his team had this show called Dealership, which is one of Jacob and my personal favorites.
Oh, I loved that. I loved that series. And that's how we met Sean. And he's a good friend. And he tweeted at me, I was posting something about environmentally, and he said, I've reduced my meat consumption significantly.
Nice.
And I was like, that's the thing is while I know a lot of people struggle with this vegan or non-vegan, and I know that's a passionate issue, but reducing your meat consumption is a huge gesture. You know what I mean? Like if you're not having a burger every day, and you find even just a day or two out of the week where you're just not going to have any meat, again, that affects why too many cows, why too many problems. We've all gotten a little too accustomed to everything being red meat, chicken. It's like we got to find other ways to to get that nutrition and not rely upon that industry so much. Right.
And that, so we're not saying don't have a hamburger.
Yeah,
we're not saying don't enjoy a good chicken sandwich. You can absolutely do those things. It's just
the demand.
Just kind of make the mental note that a little bit less will help a lot.
It will.
So
it
just,
will. Goes a long way.
Just going even once, cooking a meal at home that is made from other things.
Yeah, Meatless Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make it a thing that you do to just challenge yourself. If everybody in America did Meatless Monday and that was just a thing, man,
it would huge
the
impact.
meat and dairy industry would literally be like,
It would be 1/7 sales cut,
and they would definitely feel an impact, and it would definitely change the way things are handled.
And it wouldn't hurt you. It wouldn't stop you from having a great burger now and again.
You'd probably appreciate it even more.
Yeah. So and we. With the coral bleaching thing, I mean, that's obviously that's something that I'm really passionate about. That's right by my home country
Turf.
there, Australia. And that the coral reef, if you've never been to the Great Barrier Reef, I hope that you get a chance to go there before it's gone.
I know. I've thought about that.
There's a lot. I mean, there's still a lot of it there. Obviously, I mean, it's massive. It's massive, but it is like nothing you've ever seen before in your life.
Yeah. Like we learned, it's a sea wizard. Yeah. It's a living organism.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah. It is like, and it is home.
Yeah.
It's home. It is a home.
Yeah.
For unbelievably large amount of life.
Yeah, it's a habitat.
Yeah. And it should not go away. To lose it is an honest tragedy.
It will be, if we don't do something to prevent it from being lost, it'll be one of those things that people look back on and go, I cannot believe
that I never got to
that. I never got to see it, and that whole thing was destroyed.
The coral reefs are extinct. That would be like, that is such a that is. Yeah. God, I wish I could describe the you just got to see it. You got to see it.
Can we go?
Let's go.
Let's go right now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after 4th of July, I want to get down to Australia.
Right. And we try not to over preach or force people to do this or to stop doing that or whatever. And we try. So what I'm
passion
gonna say
is okay.
Here's the thing I'll say.
Okay.
If you've got the sunblock there, you've bought it, it's there, you have it, use it, get rid of it, be done with it. That's fine.
Recycle that bottle.
Go through it, recycle the bottle, use it all up. Next time, just if you could think about other options.
Yes.
I mean, think about a zinc option.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Don't ever feel like your micro choice isn't making a difference. Because if everybody makes that little micro choice, it makes a huge difference.
It just does.
I agree.
Yeah.
Word.
So
really the last one that we can cover is fireworks. Of course. And here's the thing about fireworks. I love them.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. They're amazing. And it's what's so funny is I want to read this because I thought it was hilarious. It says, I want to read this. Oh, I'm on ecowatch.com.
That's a great site.
Yeah, EcoWatch is a good one. It says, eco-friendly fireworks, maybe someday, but these beautiful, bright explosions have never been great for the environment, unfortunately. A 2015 National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, study found that average particulate matter air pollution in the U.S. more than doubled on the evening of July 4th. According to Slate. But the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, recognizes the emotional importance of fireworks displays on certain days and allows states not to count fireworks pollution spikes and evaluating their overall air quality. So here's what I thought was so great about this, is that I want to help the planet, but I was like, I'm not giving up fireworks, man.
I'm not giving
up 4th of July fireworks. It's one of my favorite things. And even the EPA was like, look, man, we're not going to make you give up fireworks. Cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it goes back to the point we're saying, which is it's the 4th of July. For year-round fireworks. Yeah, that's a terrible idea. But one day,
if you bought a bunch of fireworks, and you're lighting them up all year, and you just wait for the 4th of July to buy a whole turd load, and then you just
I'll take the turd load of fireworks, please.
Turd load of fireworks.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
You're just all year long.
Put them in my America bucket. It's the only place they go.
Yeah. I like a turd load of fireworks from America bucket.
Yeah.
So you buying a whole lot of fireworks when they're available on the 4th of July to blow them up all year round is the problem.
Yes.
That's the problem, because now we're talking about the industry thing. Now the industry expects, we have to have this many fireworks ready in order to handle the demand of the 4th of July, and they don't.
They don't. Exactly. And of course, going to go see a big fireworks show with all your friends and family is way better than every person in the neighborhood having their own individual fireworks show in the back lawn like this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you want to experience fireworks, go with a group and go see these massive shows because that's what they're for.
Yeah.
And if you want to do fireworks at home, like there's no harm in some bang snaps and some sparklers and things like that. Yeah. But if every person on the block is buying these cannons that are exploding, maybe just pick one person in the neighborhood who will do the massive thing. Right. But it's just. I love them very much, and there are scientists that are working currently now. If you can believe it, there is stuff in the works right now about fireworks will have almost negative impact, and these guys work in the Army, in the military science, and so they're dealing with explosives there, and they're like, these are the things that we're coming across that could not only impact that, but it would then carry over into fireworks. Yeah. So it's in development.
See, this is how war can help the world.
Yes, oh guys. You put that right back in your America bucket.
No, but here's the thing.
But the technology and advancement in combat and the military is still important. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pal.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to crack
your back?
I don't know if anybody heard that, but I actually cracked in my chest.
I don't know if
I've got a chest bone
that cracks.
That cracks.
Cracking chest
bone. As I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say this before.
Sorry.
And then you didn't let me say it because you said it.
Say it.
You said
I put my sunglasses on so you can say.
Okay. The thing that's neat about the development of this particular technology is not only is it going to be better for the environment.
Yes.
Because of how they explode, they create less smoke.
Yes.
And that is going to make for a more patriotic experience because if you noticed on a fireworks show, they have to kind of start low and then they get higher and higher and higher because they've created a smoke layer that you can't see through.
That's so true.
Right. So if you have less smoke, you're going to have better fireworks.
Exactly.
Because they're going to blow up and you're going to actually be able to see them.
Yeah.
So it's neat. So not only can we blow up the enemy in a way that's far more environmentally friendly.
Right.
We can celebrate the fact that we have the ability to blow up the enemy.
So much less smoke.
But in an environmentally conscious way.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that we're obviously one of the best things that we get excited about is innovation and technology advancements and like that's one of the ways that we're going to get out of this mess is not only is everybody going to recycle, reuse, reduce their single plastic and minimize meat consumption and all that, the things that are on us, but there's brilliant minds out there, not mine. But brilliant minds out there. I have the Googles. I can't.
Your mind is beautiful.
If I Google things,
have you seen what you've been doing on this podcast? It is. Thank you. It is breathtaking work.
You're breathtaking.
Look, I can't breathe.
I just took it away.
Breathtaking.
Yeah. So we're excited because I think that there's a lot of people, especially people listening to the show, that probably have very creative, innovative minds. And who knows? Somebody listening right now could be developing something that in a year from now literally solves, water conservation or solves the recycling issue that we have, especially in our country. So.
And if you were one of those people, come join the Biofriendly podcast group. Remember that this isn't just a podcast. This is also a business.
It is. So we want to hear from you.
We're interested in these technologies. We're interested in doing things with these technologies, exploring what the options are for a biofriendly planet. That's what we're about.
Yeah.
So go to Facebook. Look up. We're going to keep doing this.
We want you in the group. We want you in the group. We're already having a great time.
Yeah.
We've just with the first week of being out there, we already have members and we already have engagement, and it's already really fun where people are sharing things that they think are cool and interesting, and I love it.
And we crack a lot of jokes still. We're still having fun. We're still funny. The environment's supposed to be fun, right?
Yeah,
and so it is fun. It's a fun group.
Yeah.
Come join it. Be part of it. You might get a sunburn like us. You can show it off. In fact, take your best sunburn picture. 4th of July.
Oh, that's a good idea.
4th of July. If you get a sunburn, send us your sunburn shot.
Yeah, we want a good sunburn shot.
Yeah, we're already. Has the best brewery contest completed yet?
I have to go see what's been posted yet.
Okay. Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah. So because last week we talked about brewery names, we're gonna have little contests every week, and we are assembling.
We are assembling goodies.
Now we have the America bucket. We're now going to assemble the environment bucket, the biofriendly bucket.
We're assembling goodies so that when people enter into the contests and things that we put in the Facebook group, we can send you prizes and fun stuff. Biofriendly swag.
You get swag that is good for the environment and helps the environment. It makes you a more environmentally conscious person.
And then you can be the cool person that has something like a mug or something that says Biofriendly Podcast on it. And people go, "What's that?" And you go,
wait a minute. You're filling your coffee with a sustainable mug that says Biofriendly Podcast on it? Yeah. How did you
acquire such a thing? And you go, you got to join the group, and then you could win it.
None of it will be for sale.
Yeah.
It can only be one.
There can only be one.
There can only be one, and you can only win that one. And that's why you got to join the Biofriendly podcast group.
You have to.
And also, it's a great way for us to get to know you, which we really want to do. Because
we do.
The point of this isn't for us to sit here and blab at a microphone for no reason.
That's what I've been doing. No. To your point, we really do want to meet.
So this is like a safety second thing. Like there's multiple things.
Right.
One is we have to blab into a microphone incessantly for our own good. Another thing is we actually want to know who you are. We want to know what your challenges are, what your struggles are.
We want to get to know you.
Oh man, like this is such a better podcast if we're actually addressing problems that people have. If we're actually addressing issues that people are dealing with, like in your day-to-day life, the things like, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to be biofriendly in this circumstance? Because this is impossible. And that's, and we're going to help you figure that out.
We are. Thank you guys for listening in. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July and be safe out there. Have fun. I hope some of these tips have, changed your entire universe, and now you're a better American for it.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, and if you're listening and you're not part of the United States and part of this whole celebration, hopefully still learned a few things about how we need to conserve and consume less.
Do you know what?
What?
I've got it. You just made me realize something.
What?
People around the world don't get to celebrate the barbecue day the way we do in America.
Right.
So we should have a sustainable barbecue holiday.
Okay.
We should make our own.
I love it.
For people everywhere.
People around the world.
People around the world.
We got to have our own holiday.
Our own holiday.
I love it.
We got to make a holiday that's.
But we got to space it out from April, May.
Yeah. It should be summertime. It should be somewhere
summertime.
Like right in the middle of like August.
Because we got to get distance from Earth Day, Environment Day, Environmental World Oceans Day. We can't be close to this.
I think we should do it in August.
That's a good idea.
Because there's nothing happening.
That's my birthday month.
Nothing happening.
I have been your co-host, Jacob.
And I have been your co-host, Noel.
And this is the Biofriendly Podcast, where we are
your beacon of light in a gloomy environment.
Sound years ahead of the competition.
Saving the environment. Eventually.
Tantamount. And we're trying.
We're trying. Come on, America.
Come on, America. Get your America bucket. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
It's the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.